Welcome to The Weekender. This is episode 67, and the first one that I got to open up.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Right, didn't I?
Yeah, we might have you back next week.
Well, we have some special guests with us today we're going to get to in a minute, because it's cool when we have special guests. But before we do, 2020. We made it through, huh?
Barely.
Barely.
No, actually it was a good year. You know, it was an interesting year, but it was a good year overall.
You really think so?
I do.
You know, people ask me when going through the board stuff and all the stuff that we dealt with, and I think it's pretty amazing, everything that happened and those that really survived through it in our industry. I mean, it was probably one of the most defining years for real estate we'll ever experience, at least since I've been in the business, which isn't long.
Well, and I think it depends on who you talk to, because there's agents and businesses that had banner years, and there are people and agents and businesses that have really struggled. So.
And talking about agents that had banner years, Rexalynn, you had an incredible year.
I did? Why are you telling everybody about this?
Well, you did. I mean, and you had a great year even in the luxury market, and there was still a lot of transition that happened there. Why do you think that was?
Because they just want to still buy houses.
See?
Probably.
Doesn't matter what goes on in the world.
They don't
Doesn't
care.
matter,
They
right?
just still want to buy houses, and they like what they like, and they're going to get it and buy it.
So what do you guys think about 2021? A positive outlook?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Last year was great for me as well. In fact, Rexalynn represented Amy and I on some luxury flips that our last one she helped us do, gosh, we literally made double what we expected.
You're welcome.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So he probably looks very familiar to a lot of you. Maybe you know who he is, maybe you don't. Rexalynn introduced me to him, and she brought him in. She's worked with him for a lot of years. Why don't you tell us who this guy is?
He's like...
Be nice.
He's like the stepbrother I never wanted. I'm just kidding. He's a good friend. He's also married to one of my best friends, Amy, who I met through Woodside Homes when I worked with her in the new home division. And then, well, he came along with her. So then he just became my friend and my boss for a little bit of time.
Yeah, she's not a very good employee, that's for sure.
And I also, I was also your broker for your brokerage that you had.
Yes.
And what's his name?
Oh, yes. Sorry. It's
Amy's
Scott
husband?
Yancey. Scott Yancey.
Yes.
Here's Amy's husband.
And you probably know him from the TV show Flippin' Vegas. You've been around town for a long time.
Great show, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
All real.
You guys have helped us.
All real.
Yeah, with Signature representing us on tons of buys and sells of property, often with Rexalynn.
Yeah.
Not always, but often.
Mm-hmm.
No, always.
Well,
Wait,
Scott,
what do I not know?
you've been in the industry quite a while in a lot of flip markets and different things that you, as an investor, have gone into. And so it's interesting to hear your outlook of 2020 and 2021, but what are your plans for 2021?
You know, I've kind of shifted gears where I'm investing more in multifamily and commercial as far as retail centers and office buildings. And last year we took down hundreds of thousands of square feet, and then the pandemic happened, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare.
Sure.
But it turned out that last year was one of our greatest years. We bought a lot of our commercial properties thinking our strategy was buying properties that Amazon wasn't going to put our tenants out of business. But we never thought about what is an essential business.
Yeah.
We didn't know how valuable essential businesses are. So now our buying for 2021, we will be buying retail with tenants that Amazon won't put out of business, and the essential business anchors in there as well.
Sure.
But yeah, we did amazing on our residential side. We, like I said, we're mostly focusing on more the commercial side now. But the residential stuff that we did do was more luxury. And on many of them, I'd say because of COVID, because of a lot of California politics and some things like that, we literally netted double what we intended on when we got into the deals, which is always a great thing. Rexalynn, of course, as you see, takes all the credit for it. Amy did do some good designs, and I did yell and kick and scream and throw, I don't know if we're allowed to swear, things around. But, you know.
Just like the show.
It's not that kind of show.
Team. But yeah, last year was great. We're excited for this year. We're going to keep buying. Everything's real strong.
That's great.
Nevada, this place especially, is just with all the different political things going on, it just makes the Las Vegas greater area an even better place to move to own a business, the quality of life, and so on.
We agree.
Yeah.
We agree. Well, just to give a little bit of a recap, so listing inventory, we're down below 3,500 active listings compared to around 8,000 this time last year. What's also interesting is last year at the same time, January 1st or December 31st, about 1,800 to I think it was 1,500 some odd listings expired. This year only around 480 expired. And so,
Which is still a crazy lot.
It
but it's
is.
not compared
It
to
is.
before, yeah.
But it just shows you that, a lot of listings, even though we're in a hot market, people still overprice their home, right? Even though every listing, let's see, 70% sell under 60 or 30 days, and yet we still have that many that aren't selling, so they're overpriced. So it still happens. But the good news is, moving into 2021, it is an extremely hot market. And we're here to talk about a product that you came up with that is really helping those concerned about the other part of our industry, and that's coming into the offices or meeting people in commercial space. So tell us a little bit about the product.
Yeah, well, thanks for letting me share. As I mentioned earlier, we had purchased a lot of commercial properties, and then the pandemic happens and the shutdown and things like that, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. I need to have people go to work and pay their rent. This is not the strategy that I had. And like I said, the essential businesses and all that is a term I never even thought of or knew of.
Us either.
Yeah, exactly.
We're essential.
Thank goodness, right? That was by the luck of the draw. Just happened to be in the right industry.
Yeah, right. So, and you would have thought originally too, like, oh, people aren't going to want to list their homes for sale. People aren't going to walk into someone else's home not knowing the health of either side. But that pretty much made me get to this point, Goliath Guard. I even wore my fancy shirt here. I wanted to create a safer environment for our tenants where they could feel safe and comfortable coming to work.
Sure.
Stay safe, stay open is our goal for people. And we've got a product that's an antimicrobial technology. And as per our EPA recommendation, it only needs to be reapplied every 30 days. It works amazing along with disinfectants. But for an example, if we were to disinfect this table right here, and about 10 minutes later the disinfectant would dry, and you no longer have any lasting protection on the surface here.
Right.
But with, so you have a clean surface ready to be recontaminated, just as your lobby front desk or your conference room phones or chairs or door handles.
Well, not ours, because we use Goliath Guard.
That's right.
Yes, you do.
But
yes, you do.
In general.
Exactly. But in fact, we have those signs that are on your tables and your front desk. We should have those right here. But the point is, Goliath Guard gives a lasting protection to surfaces in between disinfecting. So we don't tell people to not disinfect. Do as per their city, county, state requirements or their industry's requirements. But this gives you that protection on the door handle that you can't possibly disinfect in between every single person walking in. You now have protection on that door handle. And it's been great for our tenants. We have everyone from the Air Force down to a lot of Rexalynn's clients that she sells homes to and so on. I know she has a video, I don't know if that was available, but I talked to Rexalynn and I said, this is something that, and I'm going to say it's my idea, she's going to say it's her idea, but this is the evil stepbrother part coming in. But I said, think about it, there's all these people that want to take advantage of these amazing record sales and highs right now and list their house, but people don't want to have strangers coming in the event that they're not healthy and they contaminate their house. Sure. And then there's also, so you have all these people that want to list their home, but they're afraid of having people come in their home. And then you have people that want to go upgrade their home because now they're realizing in this new world we live in that they need more space to have a home office and maybe have a home school situation inside. And with interest rates being virtually free, it's an amazing time to upgrade your home right now. Those people don't want to walk into someone else's house when they're house shopping, not knowing what their health situation is. So by offering Goliath Guard, what Rexalynn's doing is she could probably tell you better than I can, but she's offering to anybody that lists their home with her, she'll treat their surfaces with Goliath Guard complimentary. And then for new home buyers, as a gift to anybody she represents, she'll treat their home before their family moves in it.
Which is
Wow.
pretty
So
awesome.
that's
That
kind
is
of
really
fun
cool.
related to the real estate side, but we do restaurants, we do homes, we do, like I say, airports.
But you don't shut down the place or tent it or any of that. I mean, this is something that you do in 10 or 15 minutes. And you're able to go back into the workplace right away. I mean, this is not, we're gonna shut you down for a period of time and let it dry. It has a great process that you go through to make it happen.
That was part of
Right.
what intrigued me about it. When we first sat down and started talking about it, it was like, we've got these 10,000 square foot offices and agents aren't 100% comfortable coming in. So
Yeah.
we thought, how can we do this to help protect them more and make it more of a friendly environment for
Yeah.
people to come in, make people feel more comfortable? But then I'm like, well, do I have to have somebody meet you after hours? You know,
Yeah,
how
sure.
does this work? He's like, no, just during business hours. And literally, you guys came in and did all 3 of our local offices here in no time at all.
Now, I was worried about electronics in the office because you hear someone say, I'm gonna come in and spray the office, and I'm thinking, well, do I need to take it all home? None of that. I mean, went in and I didn't even notice a difference on any of it. I even left my cell phone sitting on the desk just in case.
Now it's protected.
I
Yeah.
prefer that. Well, I'm not gonna let my teams go in and do server rooms or anything.
Sure.
But it's EPA approved, it's non-toxic, it's non-hazardous, pet safe. We'll virtually go in and do law firms and offices and medical during the day, and we'll just tell people, step out for 10 minutes, let it dry. We literally do kitchen counters, we do restaurant countertops where they're preparing food. It just needs to dry in 10 minutes and you're ready to come back in. We don't wear hazmat suits, or we don't need to.
We were worried about our conference rooms, and that's where the public would come and touch. And so all of our conference rooms have now been sprayed with Goliath Guard, and so made me feel really good, you know, just not wiping it down and everything else. It's an extra level of protection.
Yeah.
I love that you're offering it to your clients. What a great incentive.
Well, yeah, just because I want them to have like the peace of mind and sell their house, list their house now, not later.
List your house today.
So,
So it's been well received.
yes, yeah.
Okay,
Once
you-
they are educated about it, because most people know about the disinfectants, not really about this product
Sure.
and how it's like, it's long-term, long-lasting.
Right, so it lasts up to 90 days, recommended every 30, right?
Correct, yeah, that's the thing. People just aren't educated that there's a product like this available. We have all the approvals, over 100 independent studies and tests and so on. It actually, I've showed you guys the brochure. There's many other things that you would not want on surfaces, from hepatitis, HIV, I mean, it goes on and on, that this also will destroy. But there's certain things right now that are the hot button
Sure.
and so on that people are more concerned about at the moment. But this is something that we're hoping will also have longevity, that offices, and I just think people are going to think differently about grabbing door handles. There's one I have a place in Park City, Utah, and there's a restaurant that I go to often for breakfast, and they do an amazing job right before you sit down. They disinfect the table. And I'm like, wow, I just love how you do it. And I like your strategy of you do it right before each person sits down, so then they feel good. But I go, no one did the front door. I pull my chair out, I scoot my chair back in, and then I take my mask off, which means I touch my face with everything from the door handle to the top of the chair when I pulled it out to under the chair. You now touch your face more than you have since you're 3 years old.
Sure.
So if you think about it, social distancing, yes, let's take the CDC's recommendation, social distance, wear a mask, but the weakness is in between disinfecting and surfaces. We're touching surfaces constantly, and we're bringing our hands to our face more than ever, messing with these darn masks, and we're just bringing everything to our face. And then the little suckers go in your nose, your mouth, your eyes.
Just scared the hell out of me.
So,
I just went to
Don't be scared, use Goliath Guard.
right. So I told her that, and she's like, when can you spray? So she can't wipe down the door handles and the chairs and all that in between every single person. It just isn't realistic. It's possible, but not realistic. So in that application, I now treat those those restaurants every 30 days.
So how do I get in touch with you to get the product if they're out there watching? What's the best way to do that?
Well, it seems that Rexalynn has definitely been really helpful. So if you need to do this for your house, of course, call Rexalynn. But no, GoliathGuard.com.
Okay.
And that's probably the best way. And you can learn a little more in detail about the product. And you'll see our safety data sheets and our EPA approvals and all that good stuff. But yeah.
And we have a video that will link to this, and we'll put the post in the comments
At the
too.
end of this, after we sign out, we'll run her marketing piece that she's done to raise for her potential clients and listings
Yes.
and buyers and stuff,
Yeah.
what she's doing. So we'll run that, but before we do go, I also want to talk about the big announcement of the mega agent that just joined our team.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about the big
Chris Bishop,
announcement.
no. No, we're excited to announce that David Burnell has joined Signature Real Estate.
Yes,
So
David Burnell?
yes,
Wow.
so very, very excited.
I don't know, Rexy.
Do you do business with David too?
Just kidding.
You don't know who he is.
It sounds like a successful name, and Rexalynn's going to have some hot competition.
He had me convinced, and I know it's true too. So.
Yeah, no, so we're super excited. He brings a wealth of knowledge. He's
Yes.
been on the board, stuff like that. But he is also going to be in our sales meeting this Tuesday at 9:30. So if you guys want to attend that and see some of the good stuff that he has to offer or talk about, it'll be broadcast live on our YouTube channel.
And you know, David really is a mega agent. He's done a great business for many, many years. He's a great instructor to CE classes. And those that served on the board with him know that you can't get anything past David. I mean, his knowledge about syndication and the MLS system and how it works has been invaluable to where we are now. And he definitely lets his opinion be heard. So
He's very
really
thorough.
excited. Really excited to have him. And the sales meeting will be great. Maybe we could convince him also to come back and do a weekender. While we're talking about great things that are going to happen, Tom Blanchard, our manager of our Southwest office, first week on the job and all, he created a great class.
First full week.
First full week, yeah. He created a great class about how to turn phone prospecting into real dollars in your business. And so he's going to be doing that class on January 19th. Anyone out there in the marketplace who's looking for a way to increase your business, you're welcome to attend. That class, I believe, is at 11. But if you want more information on that, reach out to us because we'd love to give it to you.
Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I thought you were going to drill me on flipping Vegas facts and mishaps and things like that. I got it. I
And
got
next
off
week
kinda
you'll see
easy
that
here.
too.
I got off kind of easy here.
You did. But no, it's a great show. It's fun to watch. It's fun to see Rexalynn in those episodes as well.
I'm just glad you can do open houses. I mean, because in the show, 3 open houses and bam, it's done.
That was the whole
Sold
way you
it.
sold them, right?
Wow.
Sold in an hour.
Rexalynn is a pretty impressive agent, I'll admit.
Very
So
cool.
very good. So anything else you want to add?
I don't know that you spoke on how Goliath Guard works with the viruses, like the spikes.
How does it kill them?
Oh yeah, that is the cool
Well,
piece.
as I
it
said,
was
it's
intriguing to me too.
Yeah, it's environmentally friendly, non-toxic, non-hazardous, as we went over. And the way it works is, my favorite example, I mean, who doesn't love the show Cops, right? The police guys are,
Those of us that haven't been on it.
well, yeah. I mean, if you're, yeah. It depends on what side of the camera you're on. Yes, true. But the bad guys are in a car chase with the cops, and the cops will lay out a spike strip,
Yep.
and the bad guys run over it, and the spike strip punctures their tires, and they're disabled, and then you go to the foot pursuit and the chase and all that. That's the show.
You saw that episode, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. You run pretty fast.
I know, right? You wouldn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I recognize the back of your head there. Let's see how you. Yeah, I recognize it. Yeah. So basically, we have this odorless, scentless solution that has carbon spikes that you can't see. There are these microscopic nano spikes that would be similar to the police spike belt that is in the street. And the cell rolls across the carbon spikes, and the carbon spikes puncture the cell wall, and the cell is destroyed.
You can hear it
And-
screaming.
Yes, kind of like a lobster dropping at the pot. Rexalynn's an amazing chef too. You should hear her.
I've seen her
cook
post.
up.
I have
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Yeah, follow her on Instagram if you want
Food
to
Network.
gain pounds just watching. But yeah, so basically that's how it works.
So it shreds it apart.
Carbon spikes, it punctures the cell wall, the cell dies on it. And that's why we encourage people to continue to do their recommended disinfecting, because as Goliath Guard does its job and more dead cells are accumulated and so on the spikes, to keep them most effective, they need to be disinfected and clean the dead cells off.
Wow.
So, and by the way, you can spray this.
It's almost like a public service at that point.
Yeah. But you can pretty much spray this on, like we do, for example, Deer Valley in Utah, the ski resorts and so on. And we're doing it on antiques that are wood. We're doing it on fabric sofas. We're doing it on leather. We do it on armored cars and shuttles and limousines, pretty much any surface, metal, carbon fiber. I mean, I do all my cars. I was kind of a little bit of a germaphobe before this happened. I'm the guy that uses my shirt to open a door handle before there was a pandemic. Now I figured out how to make money and help other people be a germaphobe and not be looked at weird. But I literally do my
That's
door
your
handles.
entrepreneur right there.
Yeah. I figured out, now I treat my door handles, my gas cap, my steering wheel, things like that. So when you go to a gas station, you're not bringing all that stuff into your car and then, touching
Do you have it
your
like in
face.
a spray bottle?
Yes, we actually have a 32-ounce spray bottle that normal consumers can buy. You don't have to just have us come in and do our service with our big electrostatic sprayers that are really expensive and hard to get. We also sell it in a 32-ounce spray bottle that a normal home person in their home can do. I've had law firm guys that we do, they're like, hey, we're going down to Moab this weekend. Can you sell me a bottle? I want to hit the hotel room before I go in it, in my rental car, things like that. We sell gallon jugs of it. We sell drums, 275-gallon totes. Just depends on how large your space is. But in the end, we want to help anybody that wants to protect and create a safer environment. We'll figure out a way to get you taken care of. So.
Nice.
He shredded it.
One more thing.
Uh-oh, one more.
Explain the electrostatic sprayer and how that's amazing.
No.
Okay. Well, show ended.
Okay, an electrostatic sprayer. Well, not everybody has an electrostatic sprayer at home. Do you have one? Well, you probably do, but
Mine's in the shop, but
dang it.
okay.
So, and they're probably really backlogged right now.
Yeah.
But no, an electrostatic sprayer, if you used a normal spray bottle, which it's fine to do it, to apply Goliath Guard with a normal spray bottle, but if you have us come in, for example, and we use our electrostatic sprayer, it negatively or positively charges the ions. So it's almost, the easiest way to explain it is it electrically charges the mist when it comes out, and it's almost like static electricity.
sticks?
It will stick all around the surface. And with the makeup of this solution, it actually cannot stick to itself. It only will stick to surfaces. So, for example, we use electrostatic sprayers because you get the best coverage in large applications, especially. It'll go underneath, it'll go around the table legs and all of that, because it won't stick to itself. The static makes it form around. So if there was a tennis ball sitting here and I sprayed it, it's pretty much going to surround almost the whole ball, even though I'm shooting it straight on. If I shot it straight on with the spray bottle, you'd only get this half of it. So, was that satisfactory for you, Rexalynn? Stop asking me the hard technical questions.
For every house flipped in Vegas, it gets sprayed with Goliath Guard.
Well, the good news is, you said it in the beginning, not just peace of mind to know that you're protected, but also that real substance to know when you're going into the office or your car or anything, you're doing everything you can to protect yourself. So I think that's the whole point, right?
And others.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, we appreciate all you've done for us and spraying our office, putting that together, and I think you're offering a huge service to the residential side and the commercial side. So.
Well, thank you. And I think it's great that you guys as business owners with the, amount of all your agents, how many agents do you have through all your?
Just over 500 here.
Over 500 agents. Kudos to you. I mean, you are making an investment in the safety of your people, which is really important, and all the clients and so on that come in here. So thank you to you too. You're helping put a damper to help control this out of control
Just trying
situation.
to stay essential.
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate your time and thanks for bringing him into Rexalynn.
Thank
And as we go out,
Thank you.
again, we're going to show you Rexalynn's commercial. So.
Till next week.
Hi, I'm Rexalynn Walberg, Realtor with Signature Real Estate Group. 2020 has certainly been a challenging year for everyone. As your Realtor, I will help you make the purchase or sale of your most important investment, your home, not only easy but safe. When I represent you, I will have your home surfaces treated at my expense with Goliath Guard.
Goliath Guard is an EPA-approved, environmentally friendly, non-toxic, antimicrobial technology that's been tested and proven to destroy over 100 pathogens and viruses. According to the CDC, viruses can be spread by touching surfaces that are contaminated. Simply spraying a surface with disinfectants does not provide any lasting protection after it dries, which is typically within 10 minutes. Goliath Guard, as per its EPA recommendation, recommendation continues to protect surfaces for at least 30 days before needing to reapply.
I personally have treated my home, office, and car surfaces with Goliath Guard to create a safer environment for me, my clients, and my family.
Goliath Guard has been found to reduce stress and anxiety. It will create a safer and more comfortable environment for those that are home shopping and for sellers to feel comfortable opening their homes up to prospective buyers during these times.
Are you thinking of buying or selling a home to take advantage of this hot real estate market and the record low interest rates? Please call me to help you do just that while keeping your family's investment and environment safe in the meantime.